Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
You know, I love my wife for a lot of reasons. One, she's hot. Two, she's very intelligent. One, she's intelligent. Two, she's hot. And three, she really knows how to cook. And I mean, she wouldn't call herself a cook or a chef, but she knows how to put things together in such a way that I would just be an idiot. You know, I don't even like microwaving things, which you probably shouldn't do in the first place. But I mean, I'll eat something right out of the fridge. Cold pizza, cold chicken, cold congealed fat. So I'm really bad when it comes to food, other than, you know, consuming it. But that being said, I've got a top 5 list spreading some knowledge. I guess we can call it knowledge butter if he's spreading it. Mike Buchan has submitted cooking at home tips for me to share with the community. If you've got top 5 tips of, you know, any variety, I'd love to share them. Just email me, chris@pirillo.com, if you've got something brewing in your head right now. Chris, here's a top 5 list that has to do with cooking at home. Unfortunately, I rarely get the chance to cook at home. The reason behind that is I've spent the last 13 years in the culinary field, and I'm hardly at my residence. Also, I hate to do the dishes. And by the way, that's a deal I made with Ponzi the first week we met. I swear, the first week we met, and she still holds it against me. Because I said, oh, it's fine. You do the cooking, I'll do the dishes. And you know what? It's been that way ever since. Can't get out of it now. So guys, be very careful. Be very, 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 very... I got dishpan hands for life! Life! L'chaim! Number 1. Read the recipe. Use it as a guideline, not merely as a set of instructions. Most recipe books will give you only general instructions about the exact method they use to create the item pictured or described. I have come across many instances where certain measurements have been left out or a complete step altogether. While this may be frustrating, please remember that trying new recipes is an adventure into new tastes and new cooking techniques. Though I wouldn't suggest this with time-tested family recipes handed down through the years. And an addendum, cooking is not baking. When it comes to baking, you have to be very specific. Number 2, mise en place, I think, a French cooking term, and I am far from French. Ask Loic Lemur, he'll tell you. It means to put in place. This is a basic cooking term that means be prepared. Have a clean working area, have the correct utensils ready, have the correct ingredients, etc. Set yourself up for success. There's nothing worse than finding out you don't have a crucial part of your recipe while in the midst of cooking and having to run to the local vendor to get it, or sending your husband. Oh, that was my addendum, because, I mean, I don't think... But anyway. Think ahead before you begin. Number 3, know your knife. This is fundamental for safety. Have a sharp knife. While it is a potentially dangerous tool, it is not as dangerous as a dull knife. A well-kept blade will easily slice, while a dull one will force you to put more pressure on the blade and may result in a cut or even a trip to the hospital. In general, if you want to buy a good kitchen knife that is relatively safe and won't dull, I would suggest one with a serrated edge or a high-end forged blade. Number 4, get to know your appliances. Take them out for dinner. Literally. No, that was my joke there, not his. What type of stovetop range do you have? Gas or electric? Convection oven or standard? Hopefully, you'll have the opportunity to know that not every stovetop and oven distribute heat the same way. While a gas burning device is the best for conductivity, an electric or ceramic range top can work just as well, just differently. Microwaves, if you use them, look for one with a variety of settings and high wattage. Any other kitchen gadgets you may own, mixers, food processors, etc., try to buy the best you can afford and go with a reputable brand. Quality is king, and if in doubt, always read the manual. Number 5, Teflon versus metal pots and pans. If you aren't aware of this already, please, and I mean please, for the love of all that is holy, do not use metal utensils on a nonstick pan. This is akin to scratching your fingernails on a chalkboard, only that you would have to rip off part of the chalkboard itself. Use either That one sent shivers up my spine. Use either a heat-tempered plastic or rubber utensil with nonstick pans. I might also add that if you get a nonstick pan too hot, it will degrade the coating. Culinary professionals use metal pots and pans for 90% of their use and only use nonstick pans for delicate items like eggs or crepes. Number 5. Oh, wait, that's not a number 5. That's a number 6. Experiment a little. He put in 2 number 5s. That's great. It's a bonus tip! Say you try a new recipe and you don't like a certain ingredient. Can you think of something that you would like to replace it with? Maybe you didn't like the texture, or didn't like the method it was cooked under. Well, be free to take the liberty to create your own version of that particular dish. That's what cooking's all about. Practice, and you will find out you can satisfy your own taste buds. Thanks for the read, Mike. Mike, this is a great list, especially for those who don't know anything about cooking, myself included, or virtually. I would know most of that. I did know the knife thing, and I don't really use the microwave in our house. And if I do, I walk away because it stands, like, it's under the countertop, and it's, like, right here in this general area, you know? And I've long held to the belief that Ponzi and I can't have kids because she doesn't want to. It may have been because I've nuked a few popcorn kernels in my time, let's just say. So, any old way, if you've got a top 5 list about anything, we usually talk about technology, but I love to read top 5 lists that aren't about tech at all, because we have to deal with cooking. We have to at least deal with food on a daily basis, so it's good to have some tips lying around. So if you've got your own top 5 to send me, my email address is chris@pirillo.com. I check it every 5 minutes. Otherwise, I go into like almost the equivalent of like an insulin shock if I don't check my email. So don't be surprised. I see all my email, by the way. Sometimes I read it while I'm eating, not while I'm cooking, though, because I don't cook. So, if you'd like to join us in our chat room, sometimes we talk about food, and sometimes we talk about what we're having for dinner tonight. What are you having for dinner tonight? What's your favorite dish? What's your favorite cooking tip? Do you cook at all? I'm just curious. I'm just asking these questions, maybe in the chat room or whatnot. If you want to join us, these people are live over here, right over here. So if I ask them to say something like macaroni, in like 2 seconds after the live stream catches up, they will start typing it in. So remember, we're streaming this live. We're over, see, look, and you even get 14 different spellings of the same word. But it's live. I'm proving that it's live. That's not a script. Guys, stop by the chat room. It's real easy to do. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We won't feed you, but we'll talk to you, usually, at live.pirillo.com.